Good morning, ladies of woman, come forth. Happy Monday to you. My name is Emily Martin, and I'm coming to you this morning with your Monday morning motivation. You all know that as women, we wear many hats. We have careers, we're wives, we're mothers, we're involved in ministry. We care for aging parents, we're in school, we manage our homes, we're involved in the community, and the list just goes on and on. We are the I'm Every Woman that Chaka Khan sang about. But sometimes being I'm Every Woman can just feel overwhelming. As we come to the end of this first quarter of 2022, I think about many things that transpired in my life just this quarter that caused me to feel absolutely overwhelmed. My husband contracted COVID right after Christmas, and then I contracted it in January. And while I was recovering from it, I had an abnormal mammogram, and after several weeks and several ultrasounds and biopsies, the doctors confirmed a lump in my right breast. Thank God that it turned out to not be cancer, but that was about a 6-week process before I received that confirmation, and it felt like forever. Then my husband's grandfather passed away, and there just seemed to be mounting pressures and challenges, and I felt completely overwhelmed. But as women, what do we do when we're faced with health challenges in the midst of our own already busy lives? How do we focus when we have concerns for our children that are weighing on our heart? Or work is stressing us out? Or we're trying to maneuver through the challenges of single parenthood? Or dealing with the death of a loved one? What should we do when the cares of this world are weighing us down? Well, I've come this Monday morning to remind you of God's word in 1 Peter 5:7, which says, casting all your cares upon him, for he cares for you. So let's deal with the last part of that verse first. He cares for you. You've got to know that whatever trial you're facing right now, whatever burdens your heart, it's not a surprise to him because he's God. He made you. He knows all about you. So we must first trust that God sees, God knows, and God cares about you. Now let's go back to the first part of that verse. Casting all your cares upon him. What does casting look like? The dictionary defines it this way: to throw out, to throw off, or to throw away. We've got to know that our big God can handle anything that we throw at him. He's just waiting on us to throw it. So be transparent with him. Tell him you're stressed. Tell him you're worried. Tell him you're heartbroken. Tell him you're troubled. He is God. He can handle it. When I was growing up, we used to sing this song in church called Just a Little Talk with Jesus. And the lyrics were, now let us have a little talk with Jesus, and we'll tell him all about our troubles. He will hear our faintest cry, and he'll answer by and by. And when you feel a little prayer wheel turning, and you will know a fire is burning, just a little talk with Jesus makes it right. Have a little talk with Jesus and tell him all about what's troubling you because he cares. Then trust the God that cares to see you through, to give you strength that Philippians 4:13 talks about. Trust him to lighten your load, to lift your burdens, to open those doors, to make those ways, to see you through whatever it is that you are facing. In 2 Corinthians chapter 12, Paul talks to us about his thorn in the flesh. And here's how the verses 8 and 9 read in the New Living Translation. Paul says, 3 different times, I begged the Lord to take it away. Each time he said, my grace is all you need. My power works best in weakness. So Paul says, now I am glad to boast about my weaknesses so that the power of Christ can work through me. I had to trust God in my time of weaknesses. and stand on his word and know that his grace is sufficient to get me through whatever I'm facing. When I tell him, God, I cannot make it without you. I cannot do this without you. When I am weak, that's when I'm strong because his power kicks in. So this Monday morning, I challenge you to take God at his word this week. Cast your cares upon him, for he cares for you, and know that his grace is sufficient. This has been your Monday morning motivation.